What is this?
Too many shots. Okay. I like
because
that.
I want to, Andrew. Because I want to.
Well, this is what I mean when you take what I say and you put it. This is why I called you a groiper too. You don't think women should vote. You take what I say and you put it through a ringer. It's not conservative to say that I would defend my country if we went to war because I agree with the values of American values, and I think that's worth defending if it were to come to war. But at the same time, I don't think women. It's a mark of a good society where women and children are protected and they're not sent to the front lines like they're doing in Ukraine right now. There have been a lot of women who've been drafted. There are situations like that. That makes me conservative.
Yeah,
I don't think there's been...
Not drafting. They were trying to recruit women because they've been running so low on soldiers. Can you mute? Okay.
Okay, so
I just knew,
tell me.
you
I
know...
just want to answer my question.
What's your question? When you take everything I say and flip it around.
If you really want men to have the authority... and women to be the followers and men the leaders, men actually have the authority. Why do you advocate for women to vote? Can you actually tell me?
Is women not voting going to suddenly is that going to take away every single woman from a powerful position in this entire country? Because we're talking reality. We're not talking in floofy land where anything can happen right now. Why do you think women should not have the right to vote? Why do you think that?
I just told you. I just told you. So if you advocate that men have the responsibility, right, but they don't have the authority, which I think you're advocating for. It's a progressive feminist viewpoint. If it were true that you wanted men to have the authority, right, and the responsibility, then you would advocate only they voted and not women. Can you actually give me an argument, any argument at all, for how that doesn't
fucking
logically
handled this
follow?
way better than her. God bless you,
It
girl,
doesn't
but
line up
really.
with the original.
Well, no. What would you say right now? Hold on.
Like, I respect him and I fuck with him and I love what he has to say. He's very intelligent and very thought-provoking conversations. But fucking hit me up because I'm trying to be on your show. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I can answer them shits way better than her, and she's very intelligent.
No, but how would you answer the question?
The same way I've been answering shit with you. Like, I actually
You've been getting cooked with me, by the way.
You underestimate me. You have no idea. Like, I literally was like in fucking advanced classes when I was in literally first grade. I was taking French classes when I was.
I'm not disputing your intelligence.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm a lot more advanced than
intelligence.
anybody fucking gives me credit for, and I can definitely hold down a conversation.
No, you can hold down the conversation.
Intellectual degree of this gentleman right here, because
I'm not disagreeing
and
with
I
that.
fuck with what he's saying big time. But also, like, I not like agree just because I say I fuck with what he's saying doesn't mean like I agree. I'm just saying like it intrigues my thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's something that I'm willing to have a conversation about. You know?
Got you. Yeah.
So yeah, and I admire her because she's a lot more intelligent than that one other chick that we saw in the other video talking about like who knows what, just throwing big words out there.
But hold on. I want to be clear.
He's like, bring up a point of why women should vote.
He's
and
a
I brought
debater.
like 37. That's great,
debater.
but he brought up the point that like bring up a point of why women should vote, and I feel like I brought up some pretty solid fucking points of why. And
give me the
you
rundown.
You can rewind this video I'm not gonna go. I'll give you several because again, just because some person or whoever the fuck is in charge of making the decisions in Congress or politics of like, oh, if we decide that nobody wants to be taken to war now, so we have to just start selecting people. It's only going to be men. Women of America did not decide that. So why should they be taken their fucking right? Just like women, like literally, like over the years that we fought for, that's literally like, okay, for whatever reason, we just decide that like this group of people doesn't have the right to vote. Whether it's got a vagina on it or a dick, whether it's got black skin or white or you know, polka dot or striped or purple, I don't fucking know, it's corny and cheesy and like hypothetical, but I'm telling you, regardless of the differences, like any human being who is that's white, like if you have the mental capacity to be able to decide, like if you're like, you know, really not all the way there, I'm not gonna
don't do it. Yeah,
you caught me.
I
was doing the YMCA, you know what I mean? But if you're in a position where like maybe you're not, just like they determine whether or not people are in the right capacity to stand trial. Maybe if it's that fucking deep and people want to get all offensive, oh, you're an American citizen and you were born here with all the fucking rights. Like, don't even get me into, I think, you know, if you want to come and, I won't even get into the border. But when it comes to people having the right to vote.
Yes. Let me save you for a second.
No.
Hold on. So I get what you're saying.
No, you don't. I didn't finish.
Yeah, I did because you said it multiple times.
I didn't finish. No, I didn't finish. No. It's okay. But you asked me what my points are. You asked me what my points
Just
are.
give me
why
one.
Women should vote. Because we're American citizens just like men. We just have different genitals. And there are women, that's like literally saying the women aren't smart enough to vote. There are actually plenty of genius, very intelligent, qualified, awesomely talented men in this world. But there are also some dumb fucking idiot rapists, child molester, horrible fucking. I'm serious. There are some really great.
You can't say that. Hold on.
You can bleep it all out, but you know,
I don't bleep. But
okay, well, there's some really rough people with not a lot of smarts, and some really qualified people with so much smarts.
Yes.
With male parts, and there's some with female parts. Doesn't freaking matter. If you are smart enough to be able to say, hey, this is what I think is good for this country, and actually have like a valid fucking point, I think you're qualified to vote, regardless of what the f you got going on, whether or not you can harbor a human being here or not. If you have the mental capacity to be able to decide what's right for our country and you actually have something to say there.
All right. So
cool.
hold on.
If
so,
not,
no, pause.
Maybe
so I get, hold on. So I get your point, but again, that's not the necessary argument, because we're not saying that women are not intelligent. That's not what we're saying.
No, but why?
Stop,
what is your
stop,
reasoning but
Savannah,
why we can't vote?
Calm down. All right.
Why can't we vote then? Because we're not what enough.
Okay, so yeah,
it's
not about
qualified enough.
No, it's not
Somehow.
Qualified. It's because you don't have skin in the game.
What the fuck does that mean? Yes, there are bitches with vaginas in politics. What do you mean skin in the game? There are bitches in politics.
Skin in the game meaning that if a draft was to happen, then you wouldn't.
But that's not our fucking call. So why are we fucking taking the repercussions?
Why would that matter?
That's a great. Oh, exactly. Why would it matter?
No. Why would that question that you just said matter?
Why would skin
because
in
we're
the
talking about
game
what
matter?
we talking about what is not what should be. We're talking about what is not what ought to be.
Right,
okay?
Great. And
so
and
what
is
is
the fact that we're not the ones that are deciding that.
You're at a 10. I need you down
No, it's
to
fucking
8,
dumb as shit.
7.
It's honestly pissing me off.
Good, but you need to come down to a 7.
No,
all right.
I'm gonna speak my fucking truth, dog.
Yes,
That's what
you
we're here for,
are.
right?
You are, but not over me. All right. So. Yes, I do agree that there's women that are intelligent, probably way more intelligent than I am. It's probably women that can whip my ass. Except we're not talking about that. That's not our argument.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about none of that shit for sure.
No, you definitely said the intelligent thing. I don't think.
But what is it that qualifies women over men over women? What is it that makes us not
the skin in the game aspect?
I get the skin in the game. You've said that analogy 45 fucking times.
That's the only one that matters.
Okay, but skin in the game. That's an expression for what? What do you mean? We don't
because
we're not
don't
being
have
drafted?
to go. Yes, thank you.
But that's our fault because women are to blame and they have rights taken from them because.
Who said y'all are to blame for that?
Exactly.
It's just what's optimal.
Woo!
It's what's optimal.
Okay.
You understand that?
You win. Yep, you win. Cool.
Is it optimal for women to go to war or men to go to war?
I don't know, but I know where I stand and I know what I
No. Answer the question. Answer the question.
I've caved on every video but this one.
No. Answer the question.
I answered it.
No, you didn't.
Okay, ask it again.
I'll ask it again. Is it more optimal to send men to war or women to war?
I think again.
No. That was a men or women question.
Oh my God. You can't back me in the corner and say you have to choose this or this.
Yes, I definitely am backing you.
No, because this is America. We get to choose what the fuck we want. Guess what? It don't matter to me, regardless of what he says. If you have here's here to answer his question how he wants me to. If you have a vagina and you are also capable of going to war, go ahead and sign yourself up. If you have a penis and some fucking testicles with future children in them, and you're capable of going to war, go for it. If you have a vagina or a dick and you're not capable, don't do it.
That's Prado. Answer my question. No, answer my question.
I just did, and that's it.
Okay, so I'll answer it for you. The answer is men.
Gotta pee.
Okay,
hold
on. We gotta finish.
You can't have a podcast where somebody asks them a question and then tell them what their answer is.
No, because I gave you a 2-part question and you didn't answer it.
And that's my answer.
And now she gotta pee. Hold on. No. All right. So again, when it comes to men and women, right? I'm gonna finish and end it off with this. Maybe it should be back by the time I finish my spew. When it comes to men and women, right? If you're going to send them to war, obviously men is the choice. I don't even understand how that is up for debate or how that's controversial, etc. It's definitely men. There's not even a question about that. So I don't know why she couldn't answer that question. But I'm going to try to ask it. I'm going to try to ask it one more time before. And she over there is still talking.
I answered it. You just wouldn't take my fucking answer.
Because you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question.
I answered it.
No, I said men or women. I said men or women. Oh man. Feminists. See, this is why I love doing videos with feminists, bro, because we have good conversations and it's very spicy. But they are still in the Delulu land of understanding and not understanding questions. Or not understanding questions. I didn't mean to say understanding questions. TikTok, what it do, how y'all doing? But yeah, to end off this video, it's men, definitely, bottom line. So if men are the ones that's going to go to war, then as for people that's voting, it should be majority. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I think whoever is brave enough to go to war, go to war. Vagina
That's
or no
not
vagina.
The question.
I know, but I mean, I just can't answer.
I get that. I get that soundbite.
I just refuse to.
I agree.
No,
I even agree with the soundbite.
It's about speaking what I feel. You asked me a question, I'm going to speak the truth.
But that
I'm not
wasn't answering the question.
To doctor it up how you want me to. I'm going to say how I feel.
Savannah, who would you rather fight, a man or a woman? You don't know the details.
Cool thing is, I get to choose not to go to war, and if I had the choice,
I didn't even say nothing about war. I said, who would you rather fight? A man or a woman, and you don't know the details.
Good thing I have enough brains to talk shit out. That's the thing is I don't fight. Unless someone's physically attacking me, you don't like my answers. That's the thing is I'm a hippie.
If someone was attacking you, would you rather it be a woman or a man? And you don't know the details.
Probably a woman or a...
Thank you. Oh, no, stop.
If it was a...
Got him.
No. Because, if we're thinking back again to the stupid fucking gender roles...
What's a cis? What'd you say, a cis?
If it's a sensitive little sissy soft motherfucker. It's either... And I'm not gonna get into like sexual preferences.
So I'm about to say, don't get into the trans shit. Don't get into the
trans shit. Men or women, whether they're more on the softer, I don't like to fight. Like I'd rather talk it out. I'd rather fight that guy. That's who I want to fight. Guy or girl.
Which I would actually agree
Guy or girl. I gotta go home and feed my dog.
Okay, but hold on. Wait a second.
Nope, I gotta go.
Which I would agree with, okay, given that circumstances. But if you don't know the circumstances, obviously you're probably going to choose women.
Fuck them kids. Fuck them circumstances.
Oh my God.
You know I'm done with this shit.
I can't, bro. I can't. All right, to end off this video. Let's end off this video then, because this is
getting ADHD
and everything that was said in our Constitution to provide voting rights. The fact that women can own their own land right now. What?
Women couldn't vote.
I know, and when we changed and gave women the right to vote, I think that was a good thing. I think it got more women involved, and I think this ideology of yours, and again, why I called you a groyper, is because the majority of reason why far-right men do not want women to vote is because women tend to vote liberal. I voted conservative across the board. I voted Republican in every election, but I'm not going to defend my values.
I don't agree with all women. Some of them are dumbass fuckers.
Candidates
Some of them are smart. Some guys are dumbass fuckers. Some guys are smart.
Coalition of Jewish voices.
Is she crying?
Across the board, I don't know. Republican candidates get elected. So no, deadass. Hold on. Say whether you think I'm fake or not.
That's not an argument. Can I actually get an actual argument from you? Here's the argument.
No, that's my response to you, and
No, she might be crying. Hold on.
Look at her.
Authority
that's what he is.
And responsibility.
She might just be getting kind of
to follow that authority.
Yeah, crying.
Well, I mean, I get worked up and angry and frustrated. My voice kind of quivers sometimes, but I'm not like about to cry. I know Gator ain't no fucking bitch.
The strongest response for this time is that the men right now, you know the old saying where good times create strong men, or whatever it is.
Voice is cracking.
Good times basically create weak men, and I think we're in that time zone right now where if we were in the George Washington, are you gonna let me finish? Thank you.
I'm gonna let you finish in a minute. But Beyonce,
where masculinity was very prevalent, I think this is a large issue where you have a sassy man apocalypse. We don't have
sassy man apocalypse is crazy. I agree with that actually. Sassy man apocalypse is crazy.
Strong, true leaders, then we can go to that. But when we have men out here who are soy boys, they don't want to speak up. They support abortion. They think that they should just listen to whatever their wife should do. They don't actually think that a woman has a value. They think that they should be a stay-at-home dad. A lot of things like that. I think at this point in society, that if we just handed it over to the men are having a lot of problems too. We can talk about lowering testosterone levels and everything across, hiring levels of anxiety and depression across the board. And I think it doesn't make me a fake conservative to say that I think there are good male leaders out there much better than you could ever be. And if you think you're compared to Donald Trump, that's funny.
Women need to leave.
I like. What's her hat say? Is she Trump?
No, the hat say "Make America Great Again."
She's for Trump, then, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume. I fuck with her.
Generation. Believe it, bitch.
Deborah, I'll let you respond.
Deborah.
Damn, that was disrespectful.
Her name's
No,
Deborah?
disrespectful.
I gotta go home now. Her name's Deborah.
I need to let a couple chat.
All right, to end this debacle.
Deborah.
The point is, I think
your
this
name.
whole video was about submission. That was part one. Part two was about.
Remember I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, the part two was about politics, etc. Yeah, I agree with what Andrew was saying, 100%.
Part 3 comes back next week. We're gonna box.
I just want to make it very specific that it's about president and Congress, nothing else. So if it's about the local, yes, you should still.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. If it's about local, yes, you should be able to vote. Yes, you should be able to do everything that a man can do, etc. But when it comes to Congress and president, I do not agree. What's your final thoughts?
I'll take that.
What's your final thoughts?
You know what? Like I said, I feel like it's what you bring to the table. Genitals, no genitals. I mean, just say you're born with no vag or no penini. You know what I mean? Whatever. It doesn't matter about that to me. I think it's like if you're brave enough to bring to the table what the fuck it takes, what qualifies you for the job. You know what I mean? Whether it's presidency, whether it is congressman, whether it's roller skate rink manager, whether it's Burger King bathroom cleaner, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you bring to the table what it takes and you can provide the service that's needed, whether it's, going to war, whatever, I don't care. As long as you can bring what the fuck we need and you deliver and you do it with every intention and wholeheartedness, I think you're in the right fucking place.
And what's your Instagram?
My Instagram and TikTok are butterflybaby95. And the cutie with the red hair is me.
Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, you already know where to find me. And I'm out. Peace.
Come back next week when we box.
Oh my, no.